Say hello to the Audi Q5 Sportback, a sleeker, more sophisticated version of the hugely popular Q5, equivalent versions of which cost almost $10,000 more. So, this one must be way better, right? Let's find out. We're testing the Audi Q5 Sportback 45 TFSI, which is an up-spec model loaded with equipment and priced at $90,800. This one also has $9,000 worth of options, including the Technic package, which adds dancing OLED taillights, but more on that in a tick. Based on Audi's top-selling model in Australia and its all-time best-selling SUV globally, the Q5 SUV wagon, the Sportback derivative is kind of a big deal. It's the first coupe-like version of the Q5, and it's designed to lure people away from the more expensive BMW X4 and Mercedes GLC Coupe. Targeting style-conscious buyers, it looks like a carbon copy of the Q5 from the front, but that's no bad thing. You've got the matrix LED headlights with LED driving lights, the strobing indicators, this big grille, it all comes together very nicely. A lower roofline and that sloped rear end create extra length, while the redesigned tailgate, roof spoiler and rear bumper add sportier optics. You get big 20-inch alloy wheels, but they don't look that big. And check out these interactive dancing OLED taillights. Their reason for being, apart from looking cool, are adaptive patterns that can warn tailgaters if they get too close, for example. This vehicle is also finished in quantum grey, a $2,000 option. Power comes from the VW Group's tried and tested 2-litre turbo petrol 4-banger, which is the same unit that's in the Golf GTI. So yeah, it's a fiery little engine. However, it's also got mild hybrid augmentation to make it a bit cleaner. The feisty engine pumps through a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission driving all 4 wheels. There's something about the modern Audi cabin that I really like, and it's kind of hard to pin it down, but I think a big part of it is the simplicity and the elegance. It's easy to use and it looks good. Despite being more affordable than equivalent Mercedes and BMW models, you get more equipment, starting with these beautifully supple heated Nappa leather seats. There's plenty of power adjustment, and a massive panoramic glass roof with retractable cover is also fitted as standard. The sporty steering wheel is manually adjusted but looks and feels great and has intuitive controls as well. And then there's the touch-sensitive climate controls, which are straightforward to use but look really cool. But there are some exposed plastics on the doors and also the transmission tunnel that don't quite live up to the rest of the high-quality materials found throughout the rest of the cabin. Storage solutions are average, with mid-sized spring-loaded cup holders, big door pockets, USB A and C ports, and a 12-volt socket. But incidental storage is a bit lacking. I mean, what are you going to put in this area or this little bit here? The sliding wireless phone charger is a neat feature and makes for easy charging, but there's a compromise. You either block the cup holders or the central bin, which could get frustrating. The 10.1-inch central touchscreen does not dominate the cabin, nor is it as large as some of its rivals, which are now up to 14 inches. And I gotta say, the design is starting to look a little dated. It's kind of perched tablet-like on the dash. However, the menu system is really good. It's easy to use, has lots of depth and functionality. I like it. You get the full smorgasbord in terms of infotainment features, with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, making your drive life nice and easy. And while this one comes with a head-up display, it's part of that $5,000 Technic option pack. The 12.3-inch digital driver's display, or virtual cockpit in Audi speak, is still one of the best systems you can find in a car today. It's got crystal clear graphics, really good customizability, and one of the best digital satellite mapping systems you'll find. It's got front and rear parking sensors, along with high-def 360-degree parking and reversing cameras with lots of different angles, but it lacks the 3D view manipulation of BMWs. But it can park itself. The safety suite is good with 8 airbags, auto steering, braking, acceleration, and there's also attention monitoring. Because it's based on the same bones as the Q5, the Sportback model carries over its 5-star ANCAP safety rating as well, but it misses out on traffic sign recognition. Because of the sporty rear end design, you lose about 20 millimeters of headroom compared to the normal Q5, but I've got to say, even with this glass roof, headroom's pretty good. Legroom even better, and seat comfort is excellent. Contours forever. Amenity is good, so missing out on the front seat isn't a huge loss, with climate-controlled air vents, twin USB ports, reading lights, and an armrest with pop-up cup holders. The back seat slides, which is a nice touch, and you get easily accessible twin ISOFIX and triple top tether child seat anchorages as well. The power-operated tailgate features kick to open functionality, and it reveals a good sized boot, although it's 20 litres less than the Q5 wagon, 50 litres less when you fold down the rear seats. Functionality is really good with tie-down hooks and netting, excellent lights, twin bag hooks, and these useful elastic securing bands. The cargo cover works well, but you only get a space-saver spare wheel. It feels a lot like the regular Q5, but does it drive like one? Let's find out. Cue the funky music, DJ. Well, there's no doubt this car is powered by a hot hatch engine. It's got a real tenacity about it and feels pretty good off the line. Yeah, it's a bit of fun. The turbocharged engine adds real character to the car, something its new rival, the Lexus NX, is sorely missing. Together with the dual clutch automatic gearbox, you get refined but forceful propulsion. Yep, it's a smooth operator, and the best way to describe its handling dynamics are probably neat and tidy. And look, it doesn't feel that much different from a regular Q5, but that's no bad thing because it's composed and it's balanced in most situations. It's a very easygoing vehicle to drive. Although it doesn't have adaptive dampers, ride comfort is reasonably good, the fixed rate suspension absorbing bigger speed bumps with ease and settling quickly. Refinement levels are really good, and that's pretty typical of most Audis. And there's this lovely sense of premium luxury to the way the car drives, and that's primarily because the cabin is really quiet. Outside noises are really well suppressed, things like tyre noise, road noise, and engine noise. If you want a super efficient Audi, you should check out the e-tron SUV instead, because this vehicle can be quite thirsty, our result of 12.2 litres per 100 kilometres comfortably blowing out the claimed fuel figures. Visibility out of this car is generally very good, and that's chiefly because it's a high-riding SUV. But look, that rear windscreen is a little narrow and a little high, so it can impede your vision a little bit back there. And also, those rear pillars are chunky, so it creates a big blind spot, which can make lane changes a little nerve-wracking. Part of me wishes this coupe-like SUV had a sportier personality, but in saying that, the blend of refinement, ride comfort, and handling response will have greater appeal to a broader spectrum of buyers who probably couldn't care less about steering feel or front-end bite. The Audi has a decent warranty, and service costs work out to around $600 per service on average over 5 years. But its diet of premium petrol means you'll pay more at the pump. While the idea of a coupe-like SUV may still sound and look a bit weird, Audi expects a third of Q5 sales globally will be for this sporty-looking model. Given it's a well-resolved vehicle that doesn't surrender too much practicality, there's a strong case to be made here. But if you're looking for value, the regular Q5 would be my pick, given its much lower cost. Then again, what price do you put on looking stylish?